10 millennia ago, I failed the tribulation and faked my death. 10 millennia later, the heavenly rankings appeared. The world's 10 strongest rankers get divine blessings. Ancient legends appeared one by one. There were demon emperors and immortal empresses, even great demon lords. Many felt deep regret. If the Xiaoyao emperor still lived, he would surely be first. As the top spot was being revealed, the world watched in awe. A grand figure appeared on screen. He wore white robes, standing in the sky, with a 3-foot blade, until he turned his face and made his bold claim. Did everyone recognize him? Below the heavens, all are but ants. Number 1, Xiaoyao Emperor. Heaven and Earth Realm. The world gasped in shock. He didn't die back then. The world changed instantly, falling into chaos. And I'm currently in the crowd, watching the list, with a helpless smile. Sigh, guess I can't hide it. The golden title floated above. Empress Lu opened her eyes, shocked. Heaven's reward will not be stingy. Maybe I can break through. Loneliness filled her eyes. If he were still here, he would be number 1. A shame he's gone. If this list appeared back then, Xiaoyao would have transcended. At the same time, the 4 beast emperors looked up at the sky. Azure dragon, so mysterious. I can't see through it. Black tortoise laughed. It's a divine treasure, beyond our sight. Vermilion bird smiled. We are the strongest of our race. We should be in the top 4. White tiger snorted. Glad that man is dead, or we'd be suppressed. The others nodded. If he were alive, first place is undisputed. In the heavens above, the divine voice rang out. Number 10, Empress Lu Qinghan. Reward, 5-element essence, and the eternal life pill. Light flew to her palace. Lu was shocked by the gift. Pure essence liquid. With this liquid, I'll break through soon. In the Thunder Palace, Lei Zhentian was furious. How is that woman 10th? Is she stronger than me? He watched the list, praying, let me be on it, or I am finished. Number 9, Emperor Lei Zhentian. Reward, Thunder Essence and Blade. Lu heard the news. Shocked, this is bad. His reward is so good. He'll kill me in days. I must hide and train. Lei laughed wildly. Lu, you didn't expect this. My reward is better. You are dead meat. The rankings skipped quickly. Number 8, Black Tortoise. He was stunned. I'm only 8th? Is this list broken? When he heard the reward, he was overjoyed again. Next was number 7, Azure Dragon number 6, White Tiger number 5. They couldn't believe it. We missed the top 4? What's with this list? Is it fake? Something is wrong. Heaven is blind. White Tiger cursed aloud, and was struck by lightning, falling unconscious. Vermilion bird sighed. We are just too weak. Who are the top 4? They're better than us? Besides the Demon Emperor. The voice rang out again. Today's reveal is over. Top 4 announced tomorrow. In the city's inn, I was eating a chicken leg, standing up drunkenly. Stopping already? How boring. I watched the list fade, feeling unsatisfied, wondering if it would expose my identity, and how they'd react. But I must wait. What a dull heaven. Waiter, bill. Waiter, bill. I shouted loudly, smelling of booze. Sir, your deposit isn't empty yet. The waiter ran over, helping me to the back. This way, sir. Your carriage is inside. The driver took me home. To a quiet old house. My secret hideout. I've lived here for years. Villagers call me immortal. Because all these years, I haven't aged a bit. Soon after he left, an honest man arrived. My neighbor, Zhang Xiaoniao. He helped me to bed, chuckling, Uncle Li, do you want a wife? You've been lonely long enough. It's time to find one. I was out of it, mumbling a reply. Sure, bring it over. Great. Just you wait. I'll bring her up now. Yeah, go ahead. The night grew still. I woke up groggy, unlocked my seal instantly. My power surged, and the booze vanished. Being drunk feels so good. Let's drink more tomorrow. I smiled calmly. Suddenly, I frowned. Sensing the kitchen, a beautiful woman was there. I moved instantly, teleported to the kitchen. Looking at her back, I barked, Who are you? What are you doing here? She jumped in fear, dropping her bowl. Before it shattered, I flicked my finger, caught it with spirit power, and put it back. Then I stared at her coldly. She slowly turned around. The moment she saw me, her eyes sparkled. That man didn't lie. He really is handsome. But she remembered. She's an empress, with a vendetta to settle. She can't be tempted. She calmed herself, controlling her heart. Zhang brought me here. He said you'd be my husband. I was stunned. When did I ever agree to be his husband? Although this woman is a bit attractive, I've met countless fairies. Why would I just ask for a wife out of nowhere? I must have just said yes to little Neo while drunk. That was just drunk nonsense. Go back now. I don't need a wife. I waved my hand, basically telling her to leave. Please. The woman suddenly dropped to her knees. If I go back, I'll die. I looked at her calmly. But seeing me unmoved, she started to act. She put on a sad face and spun a tragic tale. She claimed her parents sold her off. If she gets sent back, she'll be beaten to death. She even said she didn't want any title. Just wanted to stay here for a year. Once the year's up, she'll leave right away. I went silent for a while. Then suddenly asked, "What's your name?" "My name's Lin." The woman was stunned, but quickly answered, "All right. You can stay. Just find yourself a room to live in. But don't get in my way." Before I could finish, I just vanished into thin air. Lin just stared into the direction I left, thinking to herself, of course he's a cultivator. But if he's living in seclusion here, his strength can't be that high. She took in the dense spiritual energy in the house. Whispered, "The energy here is amazing. With my past life's experience, I can definitely break through to nascent soul in a year." The real reason she wants to stay is for the energy here. But she doesn't realize. I've already seen through her with my chaos divine eyes. She used to be a powerhouse. But 5,000 years ago was betrayed and killed by her disciple. She just took over this body yesterday. In her past life, she was actually the daughter of an old friend of mine. What a twist of fate. I sat in my room drinking alone, thinking how unpredictable life is. Since she's an old friend's kid, letting her stay for a year isn't a big deal. Then, right at that moment, dark clouds suddenly covered the sky. Thunder rumbled. I sensed a fierce imperial aura. But it wasn't Empress Lu Qinghai from Qinzhou. It was an outsider, Lei Zhentian. I instantly blinked into the sky, hiding in the clouds. Lu Qinghan let out a wild roar, shaking heaven and earth. "I'm the Thunder Immortal Emperor. Come out and die." Lei Zhentian rushed over before Lu Qinghan could absorb the power, holding the immortal thunder sword, ready to kill. Lu Qinghan flew up to face him, shouting coldly, "Lei Zhentian, you're just a loser coming back for more? Lu Qinghan, are you insane? I'm ranked 9th. How could I have lost to you? You're dead today." The two emperors started fighting instantly. The land of Qinzhou shook violently. I lightly waved my sleeve, releasing a little spiritual energy to steady the barren mountain below, so regular people wouldn't get hurt. People at the foot of the mountain saw it was calm, and bowed toward the mountain top one by one, praising the immortals for showing wonders. On the battlefield, Lu Qinghan resisted as hard as she could, but was badly hurt because the other had an immortal weapon. "Ha ha ha, Lu Qinghan. Today's the day you die." Lei Zhentian laughed wildly. He aimed the thunder immortal sword at her brow. Lu Qinghan closed her eyes in despair, tears rolling down. She softly whispered, "Xiaoyao. I'm coming to join you. Move." I gave a cold snort. A terrifying power instantly swept out. Lei Zhentian was smashed aside, flying backward. A flying sword gleamed with cold light, stopping just a centimeter from his eyes. Lei Zhentian was terrified out of his mind by the killing intent. He begged for mercy, trembling. "Senior, I have no grudge against you. Why did you attack me?" My voice echoed through the void, full of majesty. "Don't set foot in Qinzhou for 100 years. Or you'll die. I swear I won't come back for a century." Lei Zhentian didn't dare stay a second longer, and zipped away in a flash. Lu Qinghan just sat on the ground, staring blankly into the air. "Xiaoyao, was that you?" No one answered her. She laughed bitterly at herself. "He's been gone for thousands of years. Like it could be him." She swallowed the hard-earned life-extending pill, and bowed to the sky. "Thank you, Senior, for helping me. This girl will never forget. I'll definitely repay you one day." I stood on the rooftop, hands behind my back. I sighed softly. "Little one, that's the last time I'll step in. 100 years should be enough time for you to grow up." Next morning, heaven's golden list shined again. The list appeared, announcing the top 4. 4th place, ruler of the underworld, Luo Ming. Peak Immortal Emperor. Reward, Path of Ghosts Essence, 10 billion demon banners. "What? It's really the underworld ruler?" The Azure Dragon Immortal Emperor blurted out. The White Tiger Immortal Emperor gave a bitter smile. "Just as I thought. Those old guys were always pretending to be weak. We thought we were the strongest in the world. But now it's embarrassing." In the underworld hall, Luo Ming lifted his cultivation restraint and laughed wildly. "I hid for 10,000 years. But now that I'm exposed, no need to hide anymore. Heaven is really generous. But reaching peak Immortal Emperor still only gets 4th? Then the voice of chaos echoed again. Third place, ruler of the chaos realm. Also peak immortal emperor. Reward. Destruction path essence, chaos reincarnation, soul-eating blade. Even the demon emperor Qianzhong couldn't sit still. Another peak immortal emperor. Now I'm curious. Who'll take the top spot? Could there really be a celestial emperor out there? Everyone's eyes were glued to the top 4 and the sacred beasts. The emperors held their breath. If Emperor Xiaoyao's gone, then the demon emperor would top the list for sure. Lu Qinghan mumbled to herself. If you were still alive, you'd definitely be number 1. In her heart, only Li Lan is worthy of that spot. Then the voice of chaos boomed again, and stunned everyone completely. Second place, Demon Emperor Qianzhong. Peak former immortal emperor. Reward, purest magic essence. Ancient demon blood, demon abyss sword. Even the demon emperor only got second? Lu Qinghan's pupils shrank. So who's in first? At the sacred beast sanctuary, White Tiger even started thinking some heretical thoughts. This is too wild. Could first really be the celestial emperor? But for 50,000 years, no one's ever survived the celestial emperor tribulation. Azure Dragon and Black Tortoise both shook their heads. Certain there is no celestial emperor left. Right then, Vermilion Bird suddenly looked up at the list, voice trembling. What if immortal Emperor Xiaoyao never died? Vermilion Bird's words. The other 3 former emperors were instantly wide-eyed. They were stunned for a long time. Qinglong kept shaking his head. No way. We all saw that lightning tribulation. Xiaoyao was struck by thunder. He was turned to ashes on the spot. We searched for months. We didn't find a trace of his soul or body. Even his storage pouch was destroyed. All his treasures were wiped out by the lightning, too. Xuanwu sighed as well. Yeah, back then the whole Ascension immortal realm got involved. Everyone wanted Xiaoyao's treasures and techniques. But nothing was ever found. How could Xiaoyao possibly survive? That idea is just unrealistic. Right, Xiaoyao is dead. Everyone saw it happen. No way the power of heaven could be stopped by him. His soul was scattered ages ago. White Fox nodded in agreement. But Vermilion Bird kept staring at the golden ranking. She questioned, don't you all find it weird? Since no body was found, why did everyone assume he died? That question left the others speechless again. Anyway, there's no way he's still alive. If he is, I'll turn back to my true form, and let you ride me for 3 days. White Tiger swore with all his heart. The other 2 burst out laughing. Only Vermilion Bird looked at the ranking, a hint of hope in her eyes. Just who is the one in first place? Who could outshine so many immortal emperors? There's no way it's some nobody. Over in Demon State, Qianzhong sat inside the Demon Deity Hall, totally confused. He stared at the list, in disbelief, asking, I'm only in second place? He couldn't figure it out. He was at peak former emperor level. He could easily solo any of the 4 divine beasts. Yet he was only second. He'd been super confident before, convinced he would be number 1. Now that ranking was a slap in the face. How is this even possible? I'm only second? Who could be in first? Qianzhong muttered to himself. In his mind, only his old rival who died could beat him. But that guy's been gone for 10,000 years. It's just not fair. He stared at the ranking, dying to know who got above him. In a mountain cabin, Chen Lin was surprised as well. The Demon Emperor is only second? Isn't he known as the strongest? Says who? How did he become the strongest? I strolled over behind him. Chen Lin turned and saw me, and burst out laughing. You're an immortal yourself. Don't you know Qianzhong the Demon Emperor? He's recognized as the strongest, right? I joked with a laugh. But I've heard. He's always been the eternal number 2. I remembered how Qianzhong used to challenge me, but always lost miserably. Whether it was fighting for treasures or cultivating, he was always a step behind me. People called him eternal number 2. Shoo, Chen Lin was shocked, and quickly made a quiet gesture. Watch what you say. Someone might hear you. You can't insult former emperors, let alone the Demon Emperor. I couldn't help but laugh. I used to tease him all the time, you know. You have no idea. Back then, Xiaoyao Supreme Emperor always topped Qianzhong. That's why people called him number 2. But Chen Lin looked sad, staring at the ranking. But Xiaoyao Supreme Emperor died 10,000 years ago. He looked so down. It made me pause. Even if he'd heard my name, he shouldn't look so heartbroken. You seem really upset. I asked, confused. Chen Lin shook his head over and over. He forced a smile. No, I'm fine. Just remembering some things. Anyway, the strongest now is the Demon Emperor. But if Xiaoyao Immortal Emperor was alive, he'd definitely be number 1. I actually didn't know that in his past life Chen Lin saw me as his faith, and followed in my footsteps to become an emperor. We watched the ranking together. waiting for the final result. And right when the second place reward was handed out, the world suddenly changed. Divine and devil phantoms appeared again. The pressure was way above the previous top 9. Everyone was shocked. Just announcing first place comes with a spectacle. That's just too impressive. Now I'm even more curious who number 1 is. The 9 listed former emperors looked jealous. Who could trigger this kind of phenomenon? Thunder rolled in the sky. And the gold ranking actually started growing larger. It stopped only when it had tripled in size. Then war scenes appeared like a projection over the sky. Mountains of corpses and seas of blood. Flames of war burned the heavens. 10,000 monsters roared. It was an extremely brutal war. There were bloody bodies everywhere. There were roaring beasts everywhere. Humans fought and killed each other, or battled against monstrous beasts. In the sacred land of divine beasts, Qinglong was shocked and uncertain. Does this look familiar to you guys? The other 3 all nodded seriously. Suddenly, Xuanwu pointed at the screen, terrified. Qinglong, that's you. On screen, a battered Qinglong. Barely alive. Qinglong snapped awake. And shouted this was the immortal sword war. The war from 20,000 years back. All 5 races, human, immortal, demon, monster, ghost, were involved. All to seize one celestial weapon. Qinglong's words instantly triggered old memories for the others. Xuanwu's eyes went wide. I remember now. We hadn't reached immortal emperor at the time. That war almost tore the sky apart. It lasted a whole year. It was his worst nightmare. There was only one main character in that battle. And that was me. I alone challenged all the heroes. In the end, I claimed the immortal sword. And even broke through during that fight, becoming the first immortal emperor. White Tiger was puzzled. But that war happened 20,000 years ago. Why is heaven showing this again? Is this linked to the first place announcement? As soon as he finished, all 4 gasped. And one name popped into their heads, Xiaoyao, immortal emperor. At that moment, Demon Emperor Qianzhong appeared. On the screen. He sat in front of Lion Mountain, smiling bitterly at himself. Eternal number 2, huh? I've always been number 2. Still couldn't beat him in the end. Seeing this, everyone was shocked. Not even the Demon Emperor can do anything. Who else but Xiaoyao could that possibly be? But he's been dead for 10,000 years. Qianzhong stared at the screen. And felt crazed joy deep inside. You're not dead, right? You're still alive. If it's really you, then I still have a rival. After being unmatched for so long, he actually wanted someone strong to return. Inside the Empress's palace in Qingzhou, Lu Qinghan was trembling with excitement. Xiaoyao is the immortal emperor who broke through during that epic battle. I remember him. I'm certain. The one who saved him today was definitely me. You're still alive, right? How could such a powerful being be destroyed by the heavenly tribulation? Now, familiar figures appear in the sky. Even many geniuses who died back then are there. It makes so many people feel regret. Until a sword shows up. A sword, pure silver. Its blade is carved with a kuanping and appears on the screen. Everyone who was in that war recognizes it. They all know it right away. That's the kuanping immortal sword. The kuanping immortal sword in the sky darts across. It cuts through the skies. That's the first innate immortal sword in 50,000 years. And finally, it's grabbed by a figure in white. In the picture, I rest my left hand behind my back, holding the sword in my right. My long hair blows in the wind, whipping fiercely. Immortal Emperor Xiaoyao. Lu Qinghan screams like a schoolgirl. Qinglong stares at that figure's back, filled with emotion. Who else in the world can wear white? Only Immortal Emperor Li Xiaoyao. Turns out that's really true. The fear from 10,000 years ago fills every immortal emperor once again. Right then, I turn my head a little in the picture, showing half my stunning face. My cold stare pierces the heavens. My killing intent fills all of time. Then, the arrogant declaration shakes the universe. No longer just one day. The world is nothing but ants. Even heaven is the same. What raw dominance. Other than immortal Emperor Xiaoyao, no one else deserves to say those words. The world is in an uproar. Some mourn the loss of such talent. Some are pumped by this legend. And I'm standing in front of the old house on the mountaintop, watching the scene freeze in time. I give a light smile. First place. Honestly, except for me, no one else deserves it. Inside the sacred beast sanctuary, the 4 divine beasts just shake their heads and laugh. Qinglong sighs, that line sounds powerful. But he really did pull it off. Too bad he's gone. I've hardly looked up to anyone in my life. But he's the only one. Bai Hu smiles helplessly too. Xuanwu looks at the figure in the sky and sighs, heaven takes away the best. Even now. You still don't believe immortal Emperor Xiaoyao is alive? Zhu Ke smiles calmly and speaks up. The other 3 are stunned. then still shake their heads. They'd rather trust what they saw. When Li Lan's soul scattered that day, there's no way that was fake. Zhu Ke looks to the sky, her voice gentle. Sometimes, even your eyes can lie. They could be tricking us. At the demon gate, Zhong laughs heartily. But there's a touch of frustration in his laugh. The world is nothing but ants. Haha, only you dared to say that. In 10,000 years? He never had the guts to say that. Because he knew he just couldn't. After all, that guy kept him as number 2 all the time. He thinks to himself, if that's how it is, then you really are number 1. In the Empress Palace, Lu Qinghan now looks like a girl with a crush. She stares at the sky, practically drooling. So cool, so powerful. I'm totally in love. Now she knows Li Lan lived. But the world is so big. Where could she ever find someone hiding their name? Deep in the underworld. Luo Ming smiles and says, I wasn't in that war back then. But I still kept hearing your name. Too bad you died early. Or I'd love to have sparred with you. In a mountain cabin, Chen Lin stares at the figure in the sky, and mutters in awe, he's really cool. And just so dominant. Hearing that, I grin. I tease her, so, don't you think I'm cooler than him? Chen Lin suddenly turns and looks at me with a trace of killer intent. She warns coldly, listen up. Never badmouth immortal Emperor Xiaoyao. But then she remembers my power. She swallows her anger and apologizes, sorry. I was too harsh just now. I hope you won't kick me out. Watching this old friend change faces as fast as flipping pages, I couldn't help but laugh to myself. Is this girl acting like this because of her dad? I comforted her and said it's okay. Let's just keep watching. Maybe the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao is still alive. This time, Chen Lin didn't argue. She just glanced sideways at me. That half side of a face in the sky earlier made him feel weirdly like it looked a lot like me. But he shook his head right after. The unmatched immortal Emperor Xiaoyao. How could he be some random guy living in the wild? As the scene in the sky faded away, the voice of Hong Meng echoed across the sky again. 30,000 years ago, an invincible immortal emperor was born. He formed his foundation at 10, reached golden core at 18, and nascent soul at 30. After 20,000 years, he saw the true treasure. He became the Sword King, emperor among immortals. 20,000 years ago, he stood above billions, and won the Kuimping immortal sword. He survived the tribulation. The immortal emperor once said as long as he lived, everyone else was like an ant. Even heaven itself was the same. For the next 10,000 years, no one could defeat him. But a mere 10,000 years ago, while breaking through the world, a lightning calamity struck. He got careless and his soul was shattered. Hearing this, the 4 divine beasts and the former bug all looked beaten. Lu Xinhan slumped to the ground, totally lost. Even heaven judged him dead. Could it be a lie? Chen Lin hung her head in disappointment. She turned to go back inside. So he really did die. Only I looked up at the sky. A twitch at the corner of my mouth. Heaven knows I'm alive. Yet it's playing tricks on everyone. The next moment, Hongmeng's voice flipped the story. But there's always a miracle. Xiaoyao had a life-saving relic. He used it to stay alive. And broke through the world after all. He made it in the end. He faked his death and stayed retired for 10,000 years. Living an ordinary yet not so ordinary life. First place, Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor, Li Lan. Mid-stage Heaven and Earth Reward. Law of Space, Chaos Reincarnation Fist. Ancient Kuimping Bloodline Xian Chen. The immortal realm exploded with excitement. Countless people cried out in shock. That person who dominated the world 10,000 years ago not only survived, he's even the only heavenly emperor now. Inside the Empress Palace, Lu Qinghan shot up towards the sky and saw the top-ranked name. She cried tears of joy. She quickly shouted coldly, 5 war generals. 5 shadows flashed and instantly, kneeling on the floor. Your orders, we will bring people to search. All of Qingzhou. Anyone with the last name Li, especially if they're good-looking, bring them all to the palace for me. Yes, your highness. Lu Qinghan couldn't hold back her excitement. Brother Xiaoyao, I will find you for sure. Meanwhile in demon state, Qianzhong burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. I knew you weren't dead. You're still alive and well. He barked out an order. Top 10 demon generals, listen up. 10 supreme saints at full power. Show yourselves. They all replied in unison. Demon Emperor. Your loyal subjects obey, Lord Qianzhong. He tossed out a scroll. Make 1,000,000 copies of this portrait. This is the likeness of the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao. Lead 1,000,000 demons and hunt him down. But don't tell a soul that he's the immortal emperor. Only you 10 may know. Or you die. Inside the sacred beast sanctuary, the 4 divine beasts looked conflicted. Azure Dragon sighed, saying Xiaoyao's reached mid-stage heaven and earth. White Tiger felt utterly hopeless being crushed again. Vermilion Bird shot White Tiger a sideways look, grinned and said, "White Tiger, remember to change back to your true form tomorrow, so I can ride you for 3 days. Sis Vermilion, can't you let me off just once?" White Tiger chuckled nervously and begged. "Nope." Vermilion Bird turned and left. Only White Tiger stood lost in the wind. Back at the inn, the storyteller waved his hands, all excited. Tears welled up in his eyes. Even though he'd never met me, he'd poured his whole heart into my story. In the mountain cabin, Chen-Lin shook a little, staring at the golden list in disbelief. She suddenly looked at me, and kept stepping back. "Are you really the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao? Are you nuts? How could I possibly be the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao?" I answered her with a cold smirk. "Have you seen an immortal emperor living out here? If I had skills like that, I'd live in a palace like the Empress by now." Chen-Lin's face darkened. She thought for a moment, then sighed, "Okay. Guess I was just overthinking it." But then she thought again. If the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao is still alive, that's already amazing. Seeing her smile as she walked into the kitchen, I was totally speechless. How did this girl ever become an empress? She's way too easy to fool. Suddenly I frowned a bit, and a green jade pendant appeared in my right hand. It was glowing right now, almost like it was warning me about something. What is this jade trying to tell me? I stared at the jade in my hand, feeling deeply that it was what had saved my life back then. I remembered getting hit by a heavenly tribulation, the jade shining green, just like now, pulling me in, leading me into a void space, where my body and soul were rebuilt, letting me come back to life. Inside the jade space, I could perfectly block heaven's notice, and keep getting stronger. It was full of spiritual energy, and even had time sealed. I made a spiritual field in there, and planted all kinds of spirit herbs and fruits. One big reason I settled here was because this jade led me. 10,000 years passed, and it never glowed again, until just now. What is this jade my parents left me? Why did it bring me here? I mumbled to myself. I've worn this jade since I was born, and found its magic when I was 3. With the Xiaoyao Kuimping body and this jade, I became the invincible immortal Emperor Xiaoyao. But when I formed my foundation at 10, my parents left with no word. I searched for 10,000 years but found nothing. Today the jade acted up again, giving me new hope. Maybe they're still out there. And maybe even the tribulation miracle happened because they helped me in secret. First place reward issued. Now every name is posted on heaven's gold board. Spiritual energy is peaking soon. A whole new era is about to start. 3 years from now, the supreme gold list will return to the immortal realm. As Hongming's voice sounded again, the gold list faded into the sky, clouds cleared away, and the sun came back out. I now had an ancient book in my hand, a drop of essence blood, and a piece of crystal clear heavenly law. I casually put them into the jade, but my eyes were on the sky. Peak spiritual energy. After 10,000 years, the spiritual energy in the immortal realm is getting thinner and thinner. It's nothing like when I was born. Now, it's even hard for cultivators to form a foundation. I was really born in the wrong era. I'm sure of it. In the future, I won't be the only one under heaven. With my current late heavenly realm cultivation, I can't just lay low forever. But whatever. Like I said, as long as I'm here, all others are nothing but ants. Even heaven's law is the same. I look at the sky, my eyes icy cold. There's no punishment from heaven. It's like even the heavens agree with me. The jade pendant's glow fades again. I silently put it away, then go back inside to keep drinking. At this moment, everything in the Shenzhen immortal realm has changed. A couple days later, Lu Qinghan announces he'll be in seclusion for 100 years, trying to reach Emperor's perfection. Then Qian Zhong, the demon emperor of the 4 sacred beasts of the monster state, and Luo Ming from the netherworld and the chaos realm all go into seclusion too. They'll only come out after breaking through to Heavenly Emperor. All of a sudden, elite cultivators across the realm fall into a frenzy, training like crazy. I stand atop the mountain peak, chaos swirling in my eyes. I vaguely glimpse a blurry future. Even the chaos prodigy can't see it clearly. And that's never happened before. Which means there's only one possibility. What's coming next is already beyond what I can foresee. The future will be complete chaos and war. A hazy omen tells me I'll be deeply connected to this chaos. Causality wraps around me like a spider web, entangled and inescapable. To me, all others are just ants. No matter who it is, or what it is, if they come at me, I'll take them down. I stand with hands behind my back. That's the confidence of one favored by heaven. Next morning, I recline on my chair, eyes closed, resting. My body constantly absorbs vast spiritual energy. Master, Master. The children start calling out. I open my eyes, and see 4 or 5 kids running over. Master, my mom told me to bring you these pickles. They're super tasty. And my dad gave me this big hunk of pork. It tastes great too. Me too, me too. I laugh and accept their gifts. Then I shout, Chen-Lin. She comes out when I call her. She already has the 7th level body refinement aura. She reached the 7th level in just 4 days. Partly because she's the reincarnation of an empress. And mainly thanks to the giant spirit array here. What's up? Chen-Lin takes the food into the kitchen, but secretly peeks out through the door crack. Alright, everyone line up. Show me what you've got one by one. If you don't impress me, I'll have to spank you. I laugh and clap my hands. The kids look at me with awe, and stand up straight right away. I turn to the little girl with a bun hairstyle. She's a spirit body, full of potential. Shaoli, you go first and show them how it's done. Okay. Shaoli throws a punch, focused. At first, it's soft and weak. But as she gets into it, she actually draws in spiritual energy, showing a hint of true power. Chen-Lin, hiding by the door, is stunned. As a reborn empress, she can tell at a glance that this martial art is amazing. She's shocked and suspicious. Could Li Xiaoyao really be the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao? How else could he teach a punch like that? Their names sound alike too. She watches and copies the moves in the kitchen, managing to perform the whole set herself. She feels her blood boiling, and her realm is close to breaking through. She wants to learn even more. But the kids are already eating fruit. So she sighs quietly, and decides to keep learning in secret tomorrow. Suddenly a wave of energy rises in the yard. Master, master. My body feels really hot. And kind of hurts. After eating some fruit, Shaoli looks uncomfortable. I give a faint smile, and take out a cleansing pill. She's about to get stronger. Hurry, swallow this pill. Shaoli swallows it right away. Chen-Lin is even more shocked behind the door. The little girl just broke through to the 1st level of body refinement so fast. And Li Lan even has cleansing pills on hand. She's both envious and suspicious. Thinking to herself, I remember there's a rumor. Xiaoyao Immortal Emperor hates eating fish most. Should I cook some fish to test him? With that, she rushes out to buy fish. Half an hour later, the kids leave. Chen-Lin comes back with fish. She walks up to me, a bit awkward, and asks, do you still have more of the pill you gave Shaoli earlier? I reveal another cleansing pill, and smile teasingly. Yeah, why? Chen-Lin gulps. Can you give it to me? Of course not. We're not that close. Why would I give it to you? I put the pill away right away. Chen-Lin freezes. She grits her teeth and says, I can do your laundry and cook for you. I'll handle all the chores. Okay? Isn't that what you're supposed to do anyway? I say with a laugh. Chen-Lin is flustered. When Zhang Xiaoniu rushes up the mountain, bows down on his knees. Uncle Li, something's wrong. A group of people came to the village. They want to take Shaoli away. Uncle Li, please save that kid. My gaze instantly turns icy cold. I'll go. Chen-Lin volunteers. I look at Zhang Xiaoniu. Take him down there. Zhang Xiaoniu looks at Chen-Lin, a bit hesitant. Uncle Li, can she handle it? Of course she can. Chen-Lin stands tall, head held high. I have Xiaoniu take her down the mountain, while I stay here, eating fruit. At the village entrance. Let go of my daughter. Dumb hag, our senior brother wants your kid. How dare you disrespect your betters? Whap. The blue-robed man slaps Shaoli's mom, sending her flying. Shaoli cries out and throws a punch, aimed at the blue-robed man. Senior brother Chu dodges. His eyes flash with malice. Senior brother Chu, this little girl actually knows martial arts. It even seems stronger than our sex style. Chu sneers coldly. Grab them. Anyone who resists, kill them. Who did I think it was? Just a bunch of body refinement 5s. +1 at the 8th level. You really dare snatch kids in the open. You're dead. Chen-Lin jumps into the fight, and knocks out a disciple with a punch. Who are you? Senior brother Chu is shocked. So it's the 7th level body refinement. No wonder you're so bold. But I'm level 8. So what, you'll die. Chen-Lin, once an empress, is reborn. She kills them all within 10 breaths. Zhang Xiaoniu cheered loudly from the side. No wonder, he was taught by Uncle Li. He's just amazing. Chen-Lin held back her urge to argue. After all, he just copied my boxing technique. 7th level body training. He can easily kill above his level. I'm the chief outer disciple of the Lianchi sect. Plus there's someone with a natural spirit body using some weird moves. This trip was really rewarding. A hoarse old voice rang out. An old man silently appeared behind Chen-Lin. Chen-Lin stared at the old man suddenly in front of her. A chill ran through her heart. She couldn't see through his cultivation. He must be above the golden core stage. Come here, girl. The old man sneered and waved his hand. A terrifying, unseen force suddenly grabbed Chenlin's throat. She was lifted off the ground by sheer strength. A golden core realm soul pressure. Even though Chenlin is the reincarnated empress, facing a golden core with only a body cultivator's strength is still too much. Just as she was ready to burn her remaining soul, to go all out with him, a cold voice exploded out of nowhere. Kneel. The old man crashed to his knees. His bones cracked audibly. He threw his head back, screaming in pain. Fear filled his every thought. Someone who speaks, and it's done. Only someone above golden core can do that. He instantly begged, Senior. I was wrong, I didn't mean to offend you. Please, I beg you, spare my life. Chenlin staggered to her feet. Before I knew it, I was standing in front of him. Uncle Li, you try first. When the villagers saw me, it was like seeing a real savior. I ignored their admiration and walked up to the old man step by step. Every step I took, his heart pounded even harder. Senior, I'll work like a slave for you. Just let me go, please. His forehead pressed tight to the ground. His body was almost falling apart. Deep breaths, you'll feel fine soon. My tone was calm. Before the old man could react, his body jerked violently. His eyes rolled white. In just 3 breaths, all life vanished from him. Soul and body both gone. Chenlin stared in shock behind me. That was Soul Search. An extremely evil, forbidden technique. Could he be from the demon clan, Chenlin wondered? I suddenly spoke up. He snapped back to reality. Watch over everyone for me. I'll be right back. Before the words were out, I was already gone. With Soul Search, I locked onto the soul refining sect 500 miles away. To practice their wicked arts, these guys went and murdered countless young girls. Such disgusting acts. They don't deserve to live. I instantly appeared above the soul refining sect. Looking down at their weak protective barrier, I casually said a word, break. The barrier instantly shattered. Who are you? Nascent soul? The soul refining sect leader burst out at peak power. He roared, who the hell are you? How dare you destroy our sect's barrier? I'm the one killing you all. I'm pretty reasonable, you know. You have 2 choices. One is suicide. The other is being killed by me. Pick one, my voice thundered through the mountains. How arrogant. You must have a death wish. He angrily struck at me. Spiritual power gathered and crashed down. Just as the attack nearly hit me, I said coldly, looks like you chose for all of them. Then die. In an instant, his power disappeared. The sect leader dropped to his knees midair and watched in horror as everyone in the sect turned to ash. No, sect leader. I don't want to die. No, please, don't kill me. I didn't do anything. Sect leader, I'll haunt you even after I'm dead. Wails echoed everywhere. The desperate leader screamed, you're slaughtering the innocent. How cruel can you be? You'll get what's coming to you. Heaven won't let you off. A second before he turned to ash, he heard my final answer. You think heaven would dare? All beings are like ants. Even heaven is the same. With a single thought, the entire soul refining sect was wiped out. Back in the village, Lin was anxiously waiting for me. He quickly came over. Are you alright? I'm fine. It's taken care of. Let's go. Back to the cabin. I tossed a marrow cleansing pill to Chenlin. Nice job. Don't forget to cook. Okay, thank you. Chenlin happily caught it. Soon after, dinner was ready. Chenlin even copied the way. The villagers called me over. Try it, you can eat now. I got up and walked into the kitchen. The fruit on the table. Go ahead and have some. Chenlin thought it was just ordinary fruit. She took a bite without thinking. Powerful energy burst out in her body instantly. Bang, bang, bang. 3 loud pops. She suddenly broke through to level 10 body training. Then, with the marrow cleansing pill, she smoothly broke through. The foundation establishment. I did it. I've reached foundation establishment. Overjoyed, she remembered she purposely cooked fish. Just to test me. Rumor says the carefree immortal emperor hates fish. She rushed into the kitchen, only to find nothing left but clean fish bones. You're here. I thought you wouldn't eat. But after foundation establishment, you don't even need to eat or wash dishes anymore. I patted her shoulder and vanished. Chenlin was left standing there, feelings all mixed up inside. So, he's not really the carefree immortal emperor. No way such a mighty immortal would be picky with food. Little did she know. Back then, I walked 3 months along the deep sea, just to find treasures. I never hated fish. Back in my room, I pulled out a jug of immortal wine. My senses covered all of Qingzhou. Drinking, all alone. Reflecting on all life's ups and downs. Over the past 10,000 years, the loneliness of invincibility seeped into my bones. Suddenly, I put the wine down. and smiled into the empty room. Since you're here, have a drink. In an instant, time froze. Birds stopped in midair. The forest stood still. The whole Ascension immortal realm paused. A woman in a white cheongsam appeared, cold and beautiful. She picked up the drink I poured, and laughed. So the top emperor under heaven's will is just hiding here drinking? What a disappointment. I stayed calm, and glanced sideways at this uninvited heaven's will. So, why are you here? As heaven's will. Shouldn't you be running the Ascension immortal realm? Yet you come here for a drink? Milan, you know as well as I do. Big things are coming. We both might not survive. Wrong, it's you who won't make it. I can leave anytime I want. To be clear, 10 days from now, spiritual energy will erupt. The Ascension immortal realm will return to the ancient era. Her voice was ice cold. I just raised an eyebrow. Then she added, but have you thought about? Those ancient monsters from long ago are going to wake up too. I lean back in my chair again. So what does that have to do with me? Let them wake up if they want. All I want now is to just relax. Lilan, I don't know if you really think that way. Or if you just don't want to face reality. Can we be straight with each other? What do you mean? My gaze grows cold. Tian Dao looks at me with a mocking grin. You really think no one knows who you are? You really think you can forget the past? Start over? Don't be so naive. Lilan, that's not right. I should call you Li Xiaoyao instead. That's your new name. Or maybe I should call you the Kuanping heir. I fall into deep thought. But he just keeps pressing me. When you broke through the heavens back then, you were already awakening. Your past life memories, right? How did you die in your previous life? I saw it myself. You're the abandoned child of the human and Kuanping clans. The Kuanping clan thought your bloodline was too low. So they tried to kill you. Now that you're alive again, can you really just not care? That's right, I knew when I awakened back then. I used to be the Kuanping emperor in ancient times. I was killed by my own clan for being different. That led to 20,000 years of reincarnation. Just like I said, those ancient monsters will all wake up again. So will the Kuanping clan. They'll come and kill you again for sure. Tian Dao sneers coldly. Oh yeah, your parents disappearing is also connected to the Kuanping clan. I suddenly look up. Killing intent surges in me. What do you know? Tian Dao looks very pleased by my reaction. If you want to know, then agree to one condition. In 10 days, the ancient times will reawaken. I need you to help me find 8 old bones. As long as you find them all, I'll give you the answer you want. Get stronger however you want. Big things are coming, and it's not as simple as you think. Xiaoyao's world. When Tian Dao vanished into thin air, space started to flow again. Only an ancient-looking scroll was left, lying on the table. I look at the scroll. My eyes grow deep again. I unroll the scroll. It's a detailed map of the Ascension immortal realm. I've traveled all over the immortal realm. I know every place like the back of my hand. But now the map has symbols I've never seen before. Linking this to what Tian Dao said, I'm sure these are hidden ancient ruins. I put the scroll away. The killing intent in my eyes grows stronger. If you Kuanping clan dare to show up, I'll kill you all. 5 days pass in a flash. Chen Lin stays quiet and trains hard. Soon, he's ready for his foundation establishment. One day, there's a knock at the door. Excuse me, is Li Xiaoyao here? Chen Lin steps out of the kitchen and sees a few silver-armored guards surrounding a gold-armored captain. They're all at the golden core stage. Why are you looking for Li Xiaoyao? Chen Lin asks coldly. The gold-armored captain speaks in a low voice. We're from the Empress Palace. And we heard there's an immortal named Li here. But we're not sure if it's true. Chen Lin is startled. Lu Qinghan is looking for a man named Li. Are they searching for the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao? He's guessing. But I've already come out. What do you want? I ask calmly. A few guards see how handsome I look. And their faces all change. The gold-armored captain is about to speak. But his eyes suddenly glaze over. He just shakes his head, dazed. Sorry to bother you, he says. And they just leave. Chen Lin looks back at me, totally confused. What was all that about? Weren't they here for you? What are you talking about? They're from the Empress Palace. So why would they come for me? I reply casually. Aren't you? But Chen Lin swallows his words. Watching them leave after just taking a look, he gets even more sure. I'm not the immortal emperor. You're almost at the golden core stage. I smile and toss him some fruit. Hurry up and grow strong. This world's about to change. Chen Lin takes the fruit seriously. Thanks, he just heads back to the kitchen to train. Suddenly, the ground shakes hard. The mountain shakes like the world is ending. I shout coldly. The shaking stops instantly. The jade pendant on my chest glows green like crazy. The mountain in front of me erupts all of a sudden. I focus my thoughts and turn all the flying rocks into nothing. A terrifying energy surges from the mountain's peak. Then a weird roar echoes out. It knocks Chen to his knees, howling in pain. My head hurts. But I don't feel a thing. Instead, the sound feels strangely familiar. I set up a formation to cover the mountain. And slip inside. Deep in the mountain, a giant beast is trapped. It has a dragon's head and a fish body, huge and endless. But countless heavy chains bind it tight. I gasp in shock. I'm the Kuanping heir. And this beast is what the Kuanping once was. This Kuan is nearly dead. And only has the foundation establishment cultivation. It's been sealed by a barrier even I can't see through. Locked in tightly. Li Xiaoyao, I've waited for you for so long. A weak, ethereal voice echoes in my mind. You know who I am? Of course. The Kuanping jade in your hand, I gave it to your parents. Back then, your parents saved me. I repaid them. I looked down at the pendant. So it's called the Kuanping jade. The Kuanping jade is a sacred treasure unique to the Kuanping princess. I left you a chance to change fate. But now, it looks like you've already used it. My heart shakes hard. Which Kuanping princess are you? I've lost track of time. All I know is I've been locked up here for 1,000,000 years. After all this time, I've called upon the power of the Xiaoyao immortal sword. I shroud the shackles with sword energy. But it disappears instantly. Don't waste your energy. These Kuan locks were forged by several heavenly emperors. And with this massive formation around us, even heaven itself couldn't break it. There's no way I can escape. Kuan told me. He fell for a human woman. And was seen as a traitor by the Kuanping clan. His lover's soul was destroyed. And he was suppressed here. His power is drained day and night. I grip my sword tightly. That long-lost killing intent rises again. I'll find a way to save you. It's no use. In less than 10 days, I'll die here. I really want to see how the world outside looks now. Seeing he couldn't move, I pulled out the ancient Kuanping blood I got from heaven. Maybe this drop of blood can help you. Kuan was shocked. It's ancient Kuanping blood. Instead of taking it yourself, you could awaken the Kuanping devouring physique. Become a true Kuanping. I smirked, proud of my half-human identity. And hated that race. Divine physique means nothing to me. I have my own ways. Say no more. Here, take it. The blood merges in. Kuan's aura surges crazily. Just then, shouts come from outside the mountain. Hey! Come out. This place is ours. You're on White Cloud Sect land in Qingzhou. If you know what's good for you, get out. A cold glint flashes in my eyes. I say to Kuan, take your time recovering. I'll go take out the trash. On top the mountain, countless cultivators float in the sky. Leading them is Zhou Yi, sect master of White Cloud Sect. And Wang Chun, a top cultivator from another faction. Their powerful pressure makes Chen and the villagers feel like they're breaking apart. Who are you guys? I slowly rise into the air. My face expressionless. Zhou Yi can't gauge my cultivation level. And feels suspicious. Seeing Chen only at foundation stage. He assumes I must be hiding my strength with some treasure. Kid, this is White Cloud Sect territory. Anything found inside belongs to us. Zhou Yi says arrogantly. Leave within 5 breaths. Or else. I calmly watch them. Zhou Yi and Wang Chun exchange glances. Then snicker, kid. Don't think you can scare us just by hiding your power. That won't work on us. Go. Tear him apart. This kid needs to be crushed. Watch out. Chen yells. Time's up. Since you chose death, then die. Spiritual energy erupts from me. In an instant, all the cultivators within 1,000 miles turn to blood mist. Their souls completely destroyed. Looking down at the stunned faces below, especially Chen in disbelief. I ignore him. He's clearly shocked by how I wiped out 2 top cultivators instantly. The villagers cheer loudly and look at me with even more respect. I scan the mountain from above, bring my fingers together and slice through the air. I say coldly, formation of confusion. With a turn, the formation is set. Formations rise up within 1,000 miles. I draw symbols in the air and mark the villagers with them. I tell them, I've set up a formation here. Anyone else will get lost in the mountains. The formation will confuse them. Only you can move freely. You'll be protected anywhere in these mountains. You never have to be afraid again. Back inside the mountain, I see Kuan has recovered to saint level. Thank you. Kuan's voice echoes in my mind. I just smile. No problem. Glad you're back to yourself. I know a place that might hold a way to break this formation. Wait for me to come back and get you out. Be careful all the way. Ikan senseite. The spiritual energy is getting more refined. Big changes are coming to the world. I know. I slip back to the hut. Chen gathers his courage and comes over. He asks, Li Xiaoyao, who are you, really? I don't answer directly. I casually conjure up tons of pills. Miracle elixirs in his eyes. I tell him, Chenlin, take care of everyone for me. Chenlin stares at the mountain of pills, his pupils shrinking. He stammers, are you the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao? I look at him and smile softly. I've told you the answer from the start. Chenlin looks like he's been struck by lightning. His expression keeps changing. He must have recalled my joke from a few days ago. That, do I look like it, line. You really are the immortal Emperor Xiaoyao. He shouts in shock. Then bows deep right away. Sorry for what I said before. Sorry, haha. Kid, I don't have time to be mad at you. I'm leaving this place to you. Wait for me to come back. When he looks up, I'm already gone. I use a great technique, crossing billions of miles of void, and arrive at the Holy Land at the border of Liizhou and Zizhou. I float above the Holy Land, shout coldly, I'm Xiaoyao, master of the universe. I've come for the Xinyan Tian formation. The pressure descends immediately. The great protective array shatters. 100,000 disciples drop to their knees. Immortal Emperor Xiaoyao, why are you here? An angry roar answers. A young man in white, Xinyan Tian, rises to the clouds. He stares at me, unsure and wary. I smirk. Xinyan Tian, have you improved? Now you know how to use layered arrays. To block my pressure. Lilan, over 10,000 years ago, when you were still an immortal emperor, you broke into our holy land of arrays, stole countless secrets, and even killed our ancestor. We let it go. Now you're here again. Isn't this too much? He roars. So what? I sneer. I'm here to challenge the restriction pavilion. Once I get what I need, I'll leave. You're pushing us too far. Don't think I'm scared of you. Xinyan Tian's hands flash with gestures. Over 10,000 years. My master and I have studied formations day and night. Now I'm a master of arrays. Even you can't break my formation that easily. Hundreds of arrays rise up. I summon my Xiaoyao sword and casually swing. Sword energy slams into the barrier, shaking 1,000 miles around. But the tomb formation isn't phased. Not bad, Xinyan Tian. Your array skills have improved. Go away. We're not that close. I study for a moment. See through the tricks. It's a series of interconnected formations. Attacks get scattered all over, so every bit of power gets spread out. You set up a total of 724 such arrays. The outermost ones are the strongest. They split up the power, stripping it away bit by bit. By the time I reach the last layer, my power is already split and fused with my body. Xinyan Tian is shocked. He stumbles back several steps. You actually figured it out. Xiaoyan Tian, I'm pretty good at array techniques. You do know your ancestor wasn't killed by me, right? We had a contest in array techniques. He lost and died in a rage, didn't he? Impossible, you're full of crap. My ancestor's skill in arrays was unmatched. How could he not beat you? You're the one who killed him. Believe it or not, it's up to you. I shrugged. Still, your array is not bad. Let me see where the core is. Xinyan Tian laughs coldly. You want to know where the core is? Keep dreaming. My master and I built this day and night. Bang! The first barrier shatters. I keep my finger tapping lightly. Smiling, I say, just as I thought. It's not hard to break it here. His heart starts racing. Boom! The second layer breaks again. How is this possible? Xinyan Tian turns pale. Over the next half an hour, every time I point out a finger, several of the arrays shatter. At the end, I break 5 arrays in a row. Out of 724 layers of barriers, only the last one remains. I pull my hand back, looking down at him from above. The arrays you're proud of are just trash to me. Xiaoyan Tian, do you give up now? With a thud, he kneels in midair, staring at that last barrier holding up his dignity. He lowers his head and trembles. I give in. I withdraw my pressure and step into the sanctuary. Your arrays may be weak, but even coming up with this is pretty good. Don't get discouraged, he sighs. Do what you want, kill or torture me. I'm not going to kill you. But you won't get away that easily. There are still consequences. Come with me. I lead him along. In a flash, we return to the Qinzhou Mountains. Xinyan Tian sees the giant Kuan and looks utterly shocked. What a massive beast. What kind of demon beast is that? That's a Kuan, the ancestor of the Kuanping. Could it be, the Kuanping clan isn't extinct? I shake my head. For now, they just haven't shown up yet. But the reason I brought you here isn't to see the Kuan. It's the restriction arrays all around. Xinyan Tian rushes to the mountainside, caressing the runes, obsessed. These runes are so intricate. These interlocking runes, and the restrictions formed after synthesis, are just perfect. Who set up these arrays? Was it you? No. These arrays were set up a million years ago. The ones who did it were incredibly strong. So strong that even I can't see through them. A million years ago? He dives into mad research mode. You brought me here. So you want my help breaking them? He asks, confused. Of course not. I want you to stay here and crack them. I don't have time to do it with you. I smile lightly. Found him the best possible place. Rather than doing it myself. He'll learn to break these restrictions. Might as well have Jinyan Tian do the work. Jinyan Tian freezes. You have to do it, like it or not. No room for bargaining. I give a light laugh. Touch his mind with one finger. A soulbound restriction instantly takes shape. You can't tell anyone the secrets here. And you have to obey me. Once you crack all the restrictions here, I'll let you go free. Jinyan Tian trembles. He forces a bitter smile. I toss him a bait. If you need my help, just say it. I'll set up a teleportation array for you. You can return to the sanctuary anytime. Plus, I promise you, if the sanctuary faces real danger, I'll step in to help you once. You have 1 year to break the restrictions here. 1 year? Jinyan Tian's eyes go wide. Just kill me already. I won't just kill you. I'll kill your wife and kids too. And your master. And wipe out your sacred land. Flatten it completely. I stay calm, but my words cut like a knife. People say you're ruthless. Looks like it's true. Fine, I'll do my best. He sighs. Finally, he gives in. Just then, Kuan calls me in my mind. You're back. I found someone to crack the restrictions. It shouldn't take long now. Before you're free. Thank you. I have one last request. Can you do it for me? Please check if my child is still alive. Kuan's voice is weak. I'll give you his location. Help me find him. He still has the Kuanping sacred wings the clan once gave me. The Kuanping sacred wings? I'm a bit surprised. That's the Kuanping clan's greatest treasure. Help me find my child. Alive or dead. That treasure is yours. Please. Okay. I promise you. I step into Barbarian Lion City. I hear the monsters gossiping everywhere. A human actually came here? Is he looking to die? The Lion King has been hunting humans lately. And this guy dares to walk in. Can't wait to see how this ends. Over a dozen griffins swoop down from the sky. A tiger demon on their backs yells, "Who goes there? Who doesn't know? You need to give your name to enter Lion King City?" Noisy. Kneel down. I release my pressure. The griffins and other demons collapse, lying flat. The tiger demon is terrified. Who are you? Isn't this Barbarian Lion City? Why did you call it Lion King City? I ask coldly. Because, this is Lord Lion King's territory. I remember the demons and humans made a pact. We're not allowed to kill each other in the other's domain. Unless it's somewhere else. The tiger demon was shaking all over. I don't know either. I'm just following orders. These are all Lord Lion King's orders. So how many humans have you killed in total? I really don't know. These are all Lord Lion King's orders. Since you know nothing, then just die. I moved my finger slightly. The tiger demon exploded instantly. I walked step by step towards Lion King's mansion. Everywhere I went, all the demons knelt down. Inside, the Lion King panicked and pulled off his black blindfold. Whose aura is this scary? That's an earth immortal. No, that must be a heavenly immortal at least. He collapsed on the ground. He shouted in despair. Senior, what do you mean by this? Just a little lion at true immortal level. And you dare break the demon's pact? And cruelly slaughter humans. You even torture humans in your dungeon. Having fun, you're really bold. Looks like I didn't kill enough before. Otherwise, you wouldn't forget this fast. The Lion King was completely shaken. You're the carefree immortal emperor. Emperor. Please let me explain. Boom, blood mist filled the air. The Lion King's soul was destroyed. I freed the humans in the dungeon. My voice echoed across Demon State like a giant bell. Within 5 days, if I see even one human imprisoned in Demon State, the 4 little mythical beasts better get ready for me to eat them. Chaos erupted in Mythical Beast Sanctuary. Who dares brag like that? The 4 little mythical beasts. What a terrifying aura. Aside from carefree immortal emperor, who else could it be? The 4 former emperors of the sacred beasts woke up. Vermilion Bird's eyes grew cold. Check. Look into it now. See which idiot dared defy our command and kill humans. Find one, kill one. Xinglong was worried. Better hope carefree immortal emperor doesn't find anything. That guy has no mercy. Vermilion Bird interrupted in a low voice. Let's move on. Close up, we're in for chaos soon. Our chance to break through the heavens is the day after tomorrow. He saw Phoenix Child glowing with destiny. I saw the future. Late at night, I was by a waterfall at the edge of Demon State. Kuamping's urge was strong. Saving the child can't wait. First, check this formation. I activated the Chaos Divine Eye. Golden chaos energy swirled. The formation's mysteries appeared layer after layer. About a stick of incense later, I smiled lightly. Clearly, you never learned this. You have no clue about this array. My eyes went back to normal. I smiled again. Really, no clue. You totally don't get this formation. This array blocks divine sense, is super strong, and absorbs all the nearby spiritual energy to strengthen itself. It can even slow down time inside. 10 breaths outside is just 5 breaths inside. This means Kuamping's child inside has only lived about 500,000 years. So the survival rate is higher than I thought. The array can only be opened with Kuamping blood. There's no other way. Unless you have some godlike power to bust through. I took out the carefree immortal sword, sliced my finger open, and squeezed out a drop of blood. I also have Kuamping blood. Enough to open this formation. I flung it forward. The blood merged in. Suddenly, blue light exploded out. Countless runes spun and vanished. I sent my divine sense inside. I froze. There are still demons alive? Deepest inside the cave behind the waterfall, an ancient tree reached from mountain top to ground. Beneath the tree, dozens of strange-looking demons circled a campfire. They danced around. Some sang songs for fun. Some grilled meat and drank. There were even kids playing. It was like a hidden paradise. With a thought, I appeared right in their midst. A monkey-faced demon spotted me and shouted in shock. The happy mood broke instantly. The demons all grabbed weapons, staring at me in terror. Looks like they've been cut off for ages and have never seen a human before. I looked around speechlessly. If I'm a monster, then what do you call all these weird faces? I scanned the area with my divine sense, but couldn't find Kuan at all. But the Kuamping jade kept guiding me. There's no way it's wrong. I took out the projection stone and showed Kuan's image. I asked coldly, have any of you seen this creature? All the demons went silent. Only a demon kid blurted out, Grandpa Chief, isn't this just like that giant beast we draw blood from every year? Hey, don't talk. A hunchbacked old turtle scolded sharply. The kid trembled in fear, and his parents covered his mouth fast. I narrowed my eyes, looking at the old turtle. Is what he said true? What the hell are you? Get out of here. The words were barely out when an invisible force yanked the old turtle up. His face twisted in pain. My eyes burned, and I forced his memories with my divine sense in anger. These demons locked Kuamping under the tree, used to drain its blood daily. Now it's once every 10,000 years, splitting the Kuamping blood, just to live longer. I shouted coldly. The demons exploded one after another. Blood and flesh flew everywhere. No one survived, young or old. I waved my hand, tossed aside the ancient tree, and revealed the deep hole below. Inside, a skinny, barely breathing Kuan was lying there. I pointed my finger, pouring spirit energy into it. Good thing I got here in time. Otherwise, he'd be dead. I smiled lightly. At least these demons weren't too stupid. They knew to keep it slow. I put Kuan inside the Kuamping jade, so it could reunite with its mom. Just as I was about to leave, I suddenly felt something odd deep in the earth. After my divine sense reached 67 million miles down, I saw an underground palace. There's a hidden world down here. I flashed over and entered the underground palace. All around was lava hotter than 10,000 degrees. Luckily my dragon immortal robe resists fire and water, so that heats nothing. In the depths of the palace was a chained-up beast. Its head was like a tiger, body like a snake, with Kirin legs and griffin wings. What is that? I asked, confused. With heaven and earth back. Can't believe I woke up, too. The beast opened its 8 blood-red eyes and stared at me. I might be the last Tautai in this world. So how did you end up locked in here? Well, it's a long story. I don't even know how many years ago it was. Back then, our Tautai clan was unbeatable. But we pissed off a powerful Dao Lord. He wiped out most of our kind. Only a few Tautai managed to escape. I was one of them. But I got careless and got caught. That guy couldn't beat me. But he tricked me into coming here. Then he sealed me up. I've been sleeping for so long. If I hadn't sensed the world's energy returning, I wouldn't have woken up either. It's strange you're still alive. You don't have any spiritual power. I checked him out. The Tautai said proudly, come on. The biggest thing about Tautai is our long life. As long as the flame on us doesn't go out, we won't die. Sure enough, there was still a tiny flame at the tip of its tail. Just let me out, and I'll follow your orders. Tautai can reach the heavenly level at most. But now, reaching that level is rare, right? Yeah, it's really hard now. I'm the only one. I replied calmly. The Taotai was shocked. Your heaven and earth? He has no power right now. So he can't see through me. I'm letting you out. Making you my servant. There's really nothing in it for me. Who knows how many people or beasts outside want to be my servant? You should feel lucky. Taotai was speechless. Everyone wants to be a disciple of heaven and earth. Who doesn't chase that? He added. I've got a special treasure. Called the Tao Pearl. Each Taotai naturally grows one. It can help you understand the Tao of fire. I still need to deepen my understanding of the Tao. This pearl could actually help me. But I could fully grasp it in 10 breaths. I broke the chains with one strike. The shackles snapped apart. Taotia's power came rushing back. Finally, he stopped at the true immortal level. I'm finally out. Taotai threw his head back and roared. The power was shocking. Kneel. I shouted coldly. My pressure hit him. He was instantly pinned to the ground. I pressed my finger, planting a ban in his soul. Greetings, master. He didn't dare act wild anymore. He knelt obediently. Just as I finished talking, suddenly there was a loud rumble above. Right below here. I sensed a terrifying presence. There must be a hidden treasure below. Keep digging above. Break open a big hole. A bunch of humanoid monsters jumped down. This place is full of surprises after all. The moment we found that spot above, I felt something was off. If I hadn't been close by, how could our sect know there's a treasure here? Forget it, let's talk later. Let's see what's here first. Wait, there's someone here. A monster looked at me and Taotai in shock. Who are you? Been here all along. An old man in a green robe stepped out. His pupils turned into tree pupils. I am the sect master of Spirit Serpent Sect. Spirit Serpent Sage. How long have you been here? Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor. I answered calmly. The monsters all gasped in shock. What, Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor? No way, really? I heard he came to demon state. Is it really him? Spirit Serpent Sage sneered. You brat. You think pretending to be Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor will fool me? Don't think I don't know. You've got some treasure hiding your power. You know Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor came to our place. So you're pretending to scare us off. And take the treasure for yourself. The other monsters realized. And spoke up together. The sect master is right. This guy even has a hideous beast with him. It's only true immortal level. The mighty Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor. How could he have such an ugly and weak beast by his side? He's definitely fake. Taotai looked pretty annoyed. Why are they trash-talking my looks now? I was kind of speechless too. So that's how it is. And another true immortal level beast. Whatever treasure you get, I'll let you go. Spirit Serpent Sage acted like he had me cornered. Man, I already told you. You still don't believe me. I sighed. With a flick of my finger, I blew up all the monsters. In just one breath, only Spirit Serpent Sage was left on the spot. Thud. Spirit Serpent Sage dropped to his knees. He looked like he was about to cry. So you really are Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor? Told you, but you didn't believe me. No one believes the truth these days. Wait, you're a demon, not a person. Your Majesty. I'm sorry I was so rude to you just now. Can you let me go? I'm willing to give you everything I have. Since you knelt so fast, I'll give you a job. Take him back to your sect. And treat him well. Help him quickly improve his power. I pointed at Taotai. Having a true immortal servant is just embarrassing for me. No problem. Leave it to me, sir. I'll take good care of him. He kept nodding. I put a mark on him. Taotai knowingly spat out a fiery red pearl. He washed it with spiritual energy and handed it to me. As soon as I got the pearl, I felt the fire Tao energy in it. In an instant, I vanished from the spot, leaving Spirit Serpent Sage looking dazed. He looked at Taotai flatteringly. Anything else for me? Taotai turned into a red-haired man, smiled and said, just take me to your sect. How should I address you? Just call me Brother Hua. Okay, Brother Hua. 2 days later, I rushed back to the mountains. Before I even stepped through the gates, the world changed. Endless purple energy erupted suddenly. It covered the whole Ascension immortal realm. This purple energy was sharp and terrifying. Just one breath of it, and I could feel my cultivation stirring inside me. Primordial purple chi. A rare phenomenon that appears only once every million years in the immortal realm. It's time. I couldn't hide my shock. This sign means a new era of powerful spiritual energy is starting. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I didn't hesitate. I flew straight into the clouds. Sat right in the center of the purple energy. Kuanping rises. At that moment, the 4 divine beasts of the sacred land were also startled. Azure Dragon gazed up at the sky. Totally thrilled. This is the primordial purple chi. Once every million years. They call it the million cycles purple chi. Just one breath by a mortal. We'll definitely break through the body refining stage. White Tiger said excitedly. Looks like the million-year cycle is here. We'll reach new heights a lot faster this time. Vermilion Bird cut them off coldly. Enough talking. No time to waste. Let's absorb the primordial purple chi now. It won't always be here. When time's up, the primordial purple chi will vanish on its own. The four beasts instantly shifted into their true forms. Azure Dragon, Black Tortoise, White Tiger, and Vermilion Bird took their positions. They wildly grabbed at the purple energy. But soon, they noticed an even stronger suction coming from Kinzu. This feeling is so familiar. Azure Dragon exclaimed in surprise. Why does it feel like we've seen this before? You dummy. That's the kuamping technique from that guy in the Xiaoyao realm. White Tiger roared with frustration. He matches it with his own carefree kuamping body. No technique out there can compete. The way he absorbs energy is insane. Man, he totally dominated the Chaos Energy War 10,000 years ago. He was the one who absorbed the most, letting his Chaos Prodigy power reach perfection. No one could beat him. And now he's at it again. When will we ever be free of him? Even Black Tortoise was speechless, remembering that painful loss 10,000 years ago, when I took 4/5 of their Chaos Energy. Vermilion Bird let out a long sigh. All he could do was tell everyone to accept their bad luck. Hurry up and absorb what you can. In the direction of Mazhou, Qianzhong was feeling that same oppressive suction. Is that direction Kinzu? It's been 10,000 years. After I broke my limits, the suction is even stronger than before. Kinzu is so much further away now. There's even Haizhou between us. Even for him to reach Kinzu, going as fast as he can, it'd take at least 7 or 8 days. And that's 7 or 8 days. With 0 breaks. But my suction can still reach that far. Qianzhong is proud of his devouring powers. But compared to me snatching energy across Haizhou, he's way behind. And it's not just Qianzhong. Almost everyone in the whole Shenzhen immortal realm could sense it. The primordial purple chi is pouring toward one direction. It's like there's a black hole, constantly sucking up all the purple chi from afar. And nobody else can compete. Who is this guy? Please, just take a little less. That's what everyone in the immortal realm thinks. At the Empress Palace in Kinzu, Lu Qinghan stood up in the sky. A deep black hole formed above Kinzu. Endless primordial purple chi was being drawn into him. Looking at the black hole in the sky, she shouted with joy. This feels so familiar. It's Brother Xiaoyao. She stared at the white-robed figure at the black hole, eyes full of adoration. Brother Xiaoyao looks even cooler than before. And stronger, too. Yeah, that's me. Behind me, a giant Kuan covered the sky. The moment the Kuan appeared, countless people in Kinzu were stunned. Is that the Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor? I remember his spirit takes a Kuan form. His power and body techniques are all about the Kuan, right? That's right, that's the Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor. No one else could do this. Only him. Everyone, hurry and absorb the primordial purple chi. The Xiaoyao Heavenly Emperor is sucking almost all the purple chi. In the immortal realm over here. It's purer than anywhere else. I've already broken through 5 small stages. I might reach Quasi-Saint today. Thank you, Xiaoyao Immortal Emperor. Getting even a bit of primordial purple chi from him is already a blessing for us. Countless Kinzu cultivators used the pure purple chi I drew in to break through furiously, and they felt super grateful to me. To maximize my gains, I split off another avatar and summoned the Kuamping Jade. Then layered the Kuamping technique again. So typical of Brother Xiaoyao. He even came up with that. That's amazing. I want to learn it too. Lu Qinghan, full of admiration, quickly copied me and made an avatar too. She wielded her Kuamping Jade and gathered energy like crazy. Spiritual power inside me surged like a river. My bottleneck at mid-stage was breaking loose just when the laws of heaven let up. It finally started to loosen. I'm about to reach perfection. Maybe even go beyond the limit. I want those Kuamping clansmen who look down on my human blood to see that even without their so-called devouring divine body, I, Li Xiaoyao, can still walk my own path. I can't forget how the clan leader humiliated me. A so-called divine body can't decide my future. Break! I shouted. A terrifying aura exploded like thunder. Countless Dantian reached their limit and burst instantly. Right as I was trying to break through again, the tribulation that had faded suddenly came back in the dark clouds. The pressure was way stronger than before. Why does just a small breakthrough bring such a strange heavenly thunder? I looked up at the sky, my brows furrowed. It's just a breakthrough into the late stage of Heavenly Emperor. Why would the world send tribulation like this? Heaven, are you trying to block me? I said in a deep voice, my words echoing across Kinzu. The pressure was so heavy, people could barely breathe. I once surrendered to heavenly tribulation. But now, with memories from my past life awakening, I'm twice as strong. If heaven wants to stop me, I'll fight back all the way. It's not me, it's the laws of heaven. I heard the world's voice in my mind, and was left stunned. The laws of heaven? That's the rules born of heaven itself. They outrank the very will of heaven. Looking across Ascension immortal realm, the laws have already loosened up. So why am I the only target? Suddenly, I sensed the Kuamping jade I was holding. A piece of green jade was turning purple. This piece of jade was the celestial sacred treasure of the Kuamping goddess. It's absorbed huge amounts of primordial purple chi, and is about to transform into chaotic immortal chi. Rumble. Heavenly tribulation roared in the clouds. The laws of heaven won't allow it. Chaotic immortal chi must not appear, and they're trying to destroy it. I gripped my sword in a white robe, my sleeves billowing in the wild wind. Stared straight at the sky. Careful, this tribulation is intense. It's like the tribulation you faced when you broke through to the heavenly realm. The heavens spoke again. I'm not scared at all. I saw a lightning bolt shooting straight at Kuamping. I raised my sword. Sword energy surged. I shattered the lightning instantly. Kuamping heaven slaying slash. I shouted coldly. I unleashed a great technique from my past life. The sky trembled as Kuamping's divine form appeared. A giant shadow blocked out the sun. The huge figure behind me raised its celestial sword. It slashed fiercely at the thunderclouds. Boom! The sword hit the thick clouds. Spiritual power surged. Qingzhou. Countless cultivators trembled under the might of the heavens. They felt the urge to surrender. Brother Xiaoyao. You can do it. Lu Qinghan clenched her fists in the distance. Her eyes were full of worry. I gripped my sword tightly. I could feel the tribulation trying to resist. I channeled my power again. My divine form shone bright. With a loud bang, I split the tribulation lightning in half with one strike. Fierce spiritual power exploded. Lu Qinghan's face tensed up. She quickly formed hand seals. Drawing in the energy of Qingzhou, she turned it into a black tortoise. To block the shockwave strong enough to destroy half of Qingzhou. When the energy faded, I had already vanished from the spot. Deep in the mountains, Kuamping goddess and Xinianshan. They both sensed the world-changing event. Xinianshan looked thrilled. This primal purple aura is truly incredible. I actually broke through to the middle immortal emperor stage. How is my child doing? The goddess's voice was shaky. I waved my sleeve. Released the unconscious Kuan. I saw the kid with skin and bones. The goddess cried out in pain for her child. What happened here? Xinianshan was puzzled. I briefly explained the monster's evil deeds in the cave. When the goddess learned her enemy was dead, she gave a long sigh. Thank you. You're welcome. But where is the Kuamping divine wing? I didn't see it. I asked with a frown. As soon as I finished asking, a golden light shone from the little Kuan's body. Two dazzling wings slowly floated out. They landed in front of me. I've always kept them inside my child. Now I'm giving them to you. This is the Kuamping clan's greatest treasure. Legend says it holds 3 abilities. First, Kuamping's heavenly escape. Go wherever your heart wants. Anywhere you can see. Ignore all distance. Arrive instantly. Second move, space slash. It kills unseen. Third, Kuamping's protection. Fold the wings together, and you can block even the strongest attack. I merged the divine wings into my body. With a thought. A pair of brilliant wings spread from my back. I tried locking onto the cave where I found little Kuan. In an instant, I crossed tens of billions of miles. And appeared in the empty cave. To test my limits, I flashed between the mountains and the immortal realm. I didn't try to hide my presence. So I ended up crossing most of the immortal realm in a blink. In the sacred land of divine beasts, the 4 immortal emperors were almost driven mad by my flickering aura. Azure Dragon asked nervously. Did you all sense that just now? Yeah, it's his aura. He's back again. Black Tortoise shrank his neck back. When I disappeared, they sighed in relief. A second later, I appeared again. And they broke out in a cold sweat. This happened dozens of times. Finally, White Tiger snapped. He shouted, "What on earth is Li Lan doing? If you're going to kill us, just make it quick. Why are you torturing us?" Once I confirmed the divine medicine's power, I returned to the mountain's core. Now the Kuamping jade had fully transformed. Its spiritual energy was even stronger. Every hour, it could create 100 miles of primal energy on its own. Purple energy rumbled. The mountains shook again. This time, the entire immortal realm trembled. Spiritual energy was rising. The million-year cycle had come. The immortal realm is about to return to its old glory. The voice of the heavens echoed everywhere. 10 days are up. Ancient great clans are about to awaken. I saw a heavenly chasm crack open in the land of Qingzhou. Strange sounds came from the endless ocean. Spiritual energy became hundreds of times more dense in moments. A truly chaotic and prosperous age has begun. Lilan, the immortal realm has changed. In a few days, all the great celestial clans will rise again. Heaven and earth will no longer hold you back. You can reach even higher realms. And next, you need to find those 8 skeletons. I told Chenlin to guard the mountain. Left behind plenty of resources. Then disappeared in a flash. A million miles away, I met Lu Qinghan. She gazed at me with deep affection. Her eyes were full of longing. I teleported to her side. Smiling, I said, Lu Qinghan, you're still as beautiful as ever. Brother Xiaoyao. I've told you. You can call me Qinghan or Little Qinghan. That way it feels closer. Her eyes sparkled with emotion. She bravely asked, can I hug you? I nodded slightly. A sweet fragrance swept over me. She hugged me tightly around the waist. And choked up, did you know? When I heard you died years ago, I cried for years. And couldn't stop my tears. Why didn't you tell me you were alive? Hearing the beauty cry, I sighed to myself. This Lu Qinghan is ranked 5th on the fairy list. She really is stunning. I instantly used the flower-picking immortal emperor's skills. With deep eyes, I gently put my hand on her shoulder. I was injured back then. It took me 10,000 years to recover. You know, Qinghan, you're my favorite, always have been. If I hadn't been so hurt, I would have come for you. Xinhan, don't you get how I feel? Seeing my sincere look, Lu Xinhan's heart instantly melted. Xiaoyao. I'm sorry, I blamed you for nothing. You really couldn't come. Sorry, I can't help but smile. My voice grew even softer. It's alright, Qinghan, as long as you understand me. It's been so long. Qinghan. Let's go somewhere private and talk all night. Lu Qinghan sweetly nodded. Waiting for this day. She's waited way too long. The next day, the sun was shining. I opened my eyes. Lu Qinghan slept soundly in my arms. Maybe because we'd been apart a long time. She was incredibly passionate. We ended up going at it for a whole day and night. No breaks at all. I flashed over by the bed. Put on a white robe. Left a storage ring on the side. What's inside is enough for her to reach peak emperor. To me, these resources don't really matter anymore. And that's my rule. After picking flowers, I never leave empty-handed. I flickered out of there. And instantly arrived at Lijiao Sky. I unrolled the scroll in my arms. My eyes locked on a spot near Lijiao. An area I'd never been before. That place only existed in ancient times, the emperor's tomb. I had never even heard of it. Is some emperor really buried there? With a single thought, I crossed the void. And reached the edge. I scanned the area with my senses. The whole region was the size of 2 Qin house. Plenty of cultivators had already rushed in. But the ancient awakened ones were nowhere to be seen. Looks like they haven't fully awakened yet. 5 days later, I returned to the emperor's tomb. The whole place had changed. Lijiao cultivators were building streets. And even founding sects and schools. All because the spiritual energy here was way higher than outside. Plus heavenly treasures appeared here all the time. I wandered the streets. Impressed by how fast these later generations moved. Suddenly the skies changed color. A terrifying black aura shot up. Straight into the clouds. Thunder rumbled through the sky. A huge, fierce ghost face appeared in the clouds. Its blood-red eyes looked down on the world. That aura is terrifying. Is this the breath of the earth? 3 days ago. I already found a strange fiend at true immortal level. Ancient terror is waking up. The ghost face in the sky actually spoke. I am the master of soul refining sect. You may call me the soul refining emperor. The whole soul refining sect is revived. Our gates open tomorrow. We'll take in disciples. Join my soul refining sect. And enjoy endless life. Hearing that name, I sneered inside. I just wiped out a soul refining sect not long ago. And now another ancestor pops up. How interesting. Everyone around was excitedly talking about becoming disciples tomorrow. But no one noticed I'd already vanished in the crowd. Soul refining sect master. Inside the hall. A man with black hair and a blood-red robe sat at the main seat. Ghostly energy swirled around him. 4 elders at Saint King level sat before him. With power like that. Out there. It'd be enough to start a sect. Elders. Now that we're awake. Any plans? Soul refining emperor spoke coolly. The Grand Elder answered seriously. Master. I think gathering souls is what matters most now. After hundreds of thousands of years. The souls in my soul flag all starved to death. Second Elder sneered darkly. Yeah, we'll recruit disciples. Trick them in and kill them, it's smart. But there aren't enough people. I think we should go on the offensive. Go on a killing spree. Wipe out 100 cities. The third and fourth elder both nodded. They were sure. In this new era where spirit energy had just returned, a Saint King who slept till now could crush anyone. Yep, good points all around. Soul Refining Emperor nodded. After we recruit tomorrow, you all go check out the outside world. If they're weak, start the city slaughter plan at once. As soon as the words fell, sixth elder stumbled into the hall and fell to the ground. Master, bad news. An emperor showed up outside. Fifth elder is dead. 10 breaths ago. I appeared at the soul refining sect's gate. 2 elders cleaning the gate looked up at me. One frowned, saying recruitment starts tomorrow. You're early. I'm not here to be a disciple. I'm here to borrow your trove for a bit. I chuckled and walked straight in. What a clueless brat. This is soul refining sect. You can't just come in whenever you want. Fifth elder barked angrily. Drew a silver sword. Eyes full of killing intent. I calmly spoke. An invisible pressure pressed down like a mountain. And that fifth elder at Saint King level exploded into a cloud of blood on the spot. Sixth elder collapsed in fear. I couldn't be bothered to even look at him. Headed right for the trove. Walked in. Released all my spiritual sense. Scanned every ancient text within 3 breaths. Just then, several powerful auras rose up behind me. The kids got guts, breaking into soul refining sect. You think being an emperor is a big deal? I've been around 70,000 years longer than you. Soul refining emperor roared across the sky. The giant ghost face appeared again. Endless killing intent crashed down. I slowly rose into the sky, facing those 6 figures across the clouds. Looking at the emperor, I sneered, so you're an ancient emperor? Let me see what you, a 70,000-year-old relic, can do. Show me your skills. Arrogant brat. No idea how big the world is. No respect for your elders. Breaking into my soul refining sect. Still acting cocky. Activate the soul absorbing array. Kill him. Soul refining emperor shouted in fury. The 5 elders instantly closed in, chanting something. Soul absorbing array, arise. 5 ghostly energies shot up to the clouds. Obscure runes formed a formation, locking me dead center. This formation hits the soul. Originally, 6 would run it. Enough to kill an emperor. Even missing one, it could still badly hurt an emperor. As I stood in the array, felt the pull on my soul. But I didn't feel pain at all. Actually, it was just like a head massage. Pretty relaxing. So I just closed my eyes, learning this formation through insight. But in their eyes, I'm already a trapped rat. Heh, ignorant brat. You're nothing but a lamb waiting to be slaughtered now. Once the soul-absorbing array is activated, you're dead for sure. The Grand Elder shouted. Everyone, he's an emperor. Let's give it everything we've got. Don't give him the slightest chance to survive. The second elder snapped coldly. All 5 spat out a mouthful of vital blood, infusing it into the array. The formation's power shot up instantly. But no matter how hard they tried, my soul remained unshaken. That's it? I opened my eyes and spoke with a hint of disappointment. Alright, time to end this farce. Yeah, I'm kinda feeling it now. Enjoying the massage on my head. That look of disappointment drove the soul emperor crazy. He brought his fingers together and poured all his ghostly energy into the formation. Kid, since you want to die, I'll make it happen for you. My soul finally trembled a little. But I just sighed. That was quick. Didn't get to enjoy it enough? Ignorant brat. You're still not dead yet? The soul emperor was utterly shocked. Break, I said calmly. The soul-absorbing array blew up instantly. All 5 elders were sent flying like broken kites, severely wounded in seconds. The soul emperor staggered back hundreds of steps. Terror filled his eyes. What kind of level are you, really? You actually broke my soul-absorbing array? You're definitely not just an emperor. I floated midair and calmly said, I never said I was just an emperor. You're an immortal emperor. He cried out in shock. I am the free heaven emperor. You guys can go die with regrets. The free immortal sword shot into the sky. A terrifying sword intent locked onto the whole sect. The soul emperor finally went insane. Heaven emperor, heaven emperor. So what? Go kill him. He summoned the 5-winged soul banner. Thousands of wailing ghosts lunged at me. I pressed my fingers down. A massive sword of law crashed down like a judgment. No matter how many wraiths faced the sword's might, they were all wiped out. As the sword covered the sky and earth, the soul emperor screamed in despair. Heaven dooms me. As mournful cries echoed, the immortal sword fell, erasing everything in the soul refining sect. A terrifying sect from ancient times was ended here. But before that, I swept up all the treasures in the scripture pavilion. The destruction of the soul refining sect shook the heavens. But the pressure was just too overwhelming. No one outside could even look up. Not until I took back the pressure. Did the people move again? What happened at the soul refining sect? How did everything just go quiet? Could the Thunder Immortal Emperor have won? No way, it was the Thunder Immortal Emperor. That power just now. Totally calm but full of death. Completely different from the Thunder Immortal Emperor. Everyone rushed to the ruins of the sect. Meanwhile, as the one behind it all, I sat in an inn in Lijo. Ordered the signature dishes. The Emperor's tomb is just as I thought. Buried inside is a real emperor. I'm flipping through ancient relics I just stole. Frowning a little. The soul refining sect was one of the weaker forces in the tomb. The real bosses are Heavenly Burn, White Jade, and Moonlight, the three great holy grounds. All three leaders are at the heavenly realm. And at the center of the tomb, rumor has it, a corpse of an emperor beyond the heavens is buried there. No one knows exactly where it is. Heavens will gave me a map, leaving me to find it myself. He must know where the corpse is. I sent a message to Heaven's Will. No reply. Looks like I'll have to uncover the truth myself. And solve this ancient mystery alone. 5 days later, I headed for Monster Mountain in Demon State. Another ancient ruin. Just as I stepped in, I saw the inn totally empty. Even hot food was still on the tables. A monkey-faced waiter rushed out of the kitchen. I asked, "Why is it so empty here?" "You don't know? The Demon Emperor's secret realm just opened." The monkey-faced waiter ran outside without looking back. The Demon Emperor's secret realm. I spread my spiritual sense and locked onto a huge space filled with countless demons. It's the demon tribe's secret realm. Inside is the legacy of heaven and earth. Hurry in. Awesome. This time, only demons can enter. And only those under the earth realm. If you get the legacy, you'll be unbeatable. I walked to the entrance. But a heaven-level barrier blocked me. I watched the human cultivators leave, shaking their heads. I want to try too. Hey there, fellow cultivator. Don't bother, if you're not a demon. You can't get in. A human cultivator advised me helplessly. Thanks for the tip. But I'm gonna try anyway. I smiled calmly. I put my fingers together. And used them like a sword. Space slash, the second technique of the Kuimping divine wings. Tore the void instantly. I stepped right into the deep rift. And as it closed, I just heard that cultivator yell in fear. Crossed through the void. Arrived in a new world. I am of the demon tribe. Since the dawn of time. Demon Emperor, all of you here in my legacy's secret realm. Let's get started. The legacy is hidden here. Whether you find it or not. Depends on your luck. A booming voice echoed in the sky. But right after, a strange female voice exploded in my mind. It's got me all anxious. You finally came to see me. I'm holding my head. Images of a lotus pond and mist flash through my mind. Only I can hear this voice. Could this place really be tied to my past? Meanwhile, deep in this secret realm, inside a volcano pit, a chained coffin trembles slightly. A man rises from the lava. His eyes are ice cold. It's been over 1,000,000 years. Why are you still moving? Is that person back? He scans the swarm of monsters above. He says coldly, "Grab all the demons outside. Submit or die." It's His Majesty the Demon Emperor. The man stares at the coffin and mutters, "I won't let that person come near you again. Even if it's his descendant." At the same time, I'm walking through a sudden snowy land. A few Guiyao sect disciples ahead are rushing toward a heavily guarded cave. And the leader is actually a golden immortal. I stroll behind them. Until we're deep in the cave labyrinth. The monsters finally spin around. "You've been following us a long time. Get lost." I glance at these shape-shifting demons. I sneer, "Is this your place? Why can't I go in?" "Huh, you're weak. You only got in because of us. Get lost, seriously. Our master is a sage. If you don't want to die, just leave." So the whole sect came here. Perfect, I could use some stew. Heard you turtle demons are special. I'm a bit tired anyway. Arrogant, a turtle demon draws his sword at my throat. I stare at the sword tip in front of me. I just blow on it gently. In a flash, that golden immortal turns to smoke. And vanishes completely. What? The other turtle demons all drop to their knees in terror. "Honored Sage King. We didn't know who you were. Please, spare us. Told you, I'm here for stew." I wave my hand casually. A giant bronze pot lands on the ground. I toss the begging turtle demons into the pot. Use my power to turn ice into water. Flames ignite at my fingertips. Right, can't cook turtles without water. I ignore their begging in the pot. And keep exploring deeper into the cave. Standing before a stone door, I break the formation with a flick of my finger. As soon as the door opens, an icy chill bursts out. Freezing everything instantly. What a terrifying chill. This ice power is amazing. At the cave's center, an ice blade floats in midair, radiating the pressure of a holy artifact. Who's there? State your name. This is Lord Tiger's territory. What are you staring at? Your Lord Tiger is right beneath you. I look down. Turns out it's a cute blue cat. I grab the little cat by the scruff and tease, little guy. What kind of beast are you? Let me go. I'm noble. An ice flame tiger, a creature from ancient times. His rough tiger voice doesn't match his look at all. I release a bit of my aura. The little cat freezes instantly. Those round eyes full of fear. You're the heavenly emperor. Tell me everything you know. Where is this place? Any treasure here? He tells me everything honestly. This is an ancient snowfield inheritance grounds. He was sealed here as a mount. My lord heavenly emperor. Can I follow you? The ice flame tiger looks at me pitifully. We'll see how you do. I put away the ice sword. Excited, the ice flame tiger smashes through several stone doors for me. While running, he talks about a great disaster no one understands. We only avoided it because the Skyweaver Pavilion gave the warning. So we survived the calamity. No clue how many died because of it. Those old Skyweaver Pavilion info brokers. Even left records in ancient times. I slice open the last stone door with my sword. Light and shadow swirl instantly. The ice flame tiger and I are pulled into an illusion realm. This is my domain. Break it. And you inherit my legacy. Do you accept? Let's go, I say calmly. Snow flies everywhere. Countless giant snow golems rise from the ground. But to me, they're nothing but a single sword blow. I walk with my sword. My sword energy sweeps for miles. Everything in my way turns to dust. At the top of the snowy mountain, I find a snow-covered, lonely skeleton. Congrats, you've finished my legacy. Must have been a tough journey, huh? The voice sighs. I look back at the ruins behind me, not feeling anything inside. Honestly, it wasn't much. The illusion fades. Bones turn to dust. Only a storage ring remains. Everything I collected in my life is inside. All my skills and treasures are there. I hope you'll carry on my legacy. Besides that, there's a little pet for you, too. It's a baby ice flame tiger. Bring it here, and I can help it evolve. As the last will of the snowfield fades, a mighty roar echoes across the sky. I turn to look. The once cute kitten is now a giant beast. Blue ice flames flicker all over its body, cold as ever. Its fierce eyes meet mine, but turn submissive. It nuzzles my gauntlet, trying to please me. My master. I've completed my bloodline evolution. I'm now at the sage level. I feel the freezing energy inside it. And stroke its huge head. Nice, lie down so I can ride. Okay. The ice flame tiger obediently crouches down. I mount up. And guide it swaggering out of the cave. Outside, tons of demons have gathered. They're all staring at this beast. Greed in their eyes, almost solid. I thought. Having a sage-level mount would make them back off. But I clearly underestimated their greed. A sinister-looking demon steps in my way, sizing me up slyly. Hey there. What treasures are in there? I'm still sitting on the tiger's back, looking down at him casually. There are lots of treasures. Holy artifacts, robes, and all kinds of resources. But I took them all. If you go in now, there's nothing left. As soon as I say this, the air instantly freezes up. Guess they've never met anyone this blunt and cocky. After a short pause, their greed totally erupts. Kid, that's a ton of treasure. Can you even use it all? How about you give me something, and I'll help you get out. Just 2 items for me, and I'll protect you. Facing their shameless demands, I just laugh coldly. Why would I need losers like you to protect me? All the monsters get furious. Tens of thousands of demons form an impenetrable force. From immortals to Saint Kings, we've got them all. There are over 10,000 demons here. Do you really think you can beat us? Kill him. Split the treasures, then kill. Their shouts echoed through the sky. Countless figures charged crazily. I patted the ice flame tiger's head. Spoke calmly. It's all yours. Take out all of them. Don't worry, master. The ice flame tiger let out a roar. Deadly cold flames blasted out in a fan shape. Demons in the front row were frozen into ice statues instantly. He slapped the ground with his right palm. A violent tremor followed. All those ice statues shattered. Soul destroyed. This demon is a saint. Run. The shouting demon crowd collapsed instantly. They scattered and fled. Too bad, running from a saint is pointless. The ice flame fox descended like a god of death. Turned into a blue streak and zipped by. Wherever it went, nothing survived. In less than 100 breaths, 10,000 demons wiped out. Master, how did I do? He stopped. Excitedly asked for praise. I touched his blood-red ears, fired up from the fight. Smiled, nice job. Let's go, let's check somewhere else. The ice flame fox walked on air, with me on its back. We quickly left the collapsing, melting snowy mountain. During the flight, he took the initiative to tell me about the secrets of this domain. Master, this is the Demon Emperor's inheritance site. He had 5 loyal followers. They are Flame Emperor, Snow Emperor, Wood Emperor, Fire Emperor, Gold Emperor. They are demons formed from the 5 elemental sources, each with their own element mastery. You've obtained the Snow Emperor's inheritance. You can go further on the water path. And the youngest gave them the 5 sacred items. Once these 5 items are combined, they will become primordial chaotic immortal energy. That ice sacred sword you just got is one of them. I gripped the sword handle of the ice sacred sword and came up with a plan. Combine the chaotic immortal energy. Looks like this trip was worth it. Do you know where the other 4 inheritances are? I only know the one at the grave died earlier than the Snow Emperor. He and Snow Emperor were always old friends. I used to guard the inheritance with Snow Emperor for a long time. Alright, take me there. Okay, let's head west. A moment later, a lively, but deadly forest came into view. As we approached, several thick vines whipped towards us like giant lashes. Ice Flame Tiger growled in pain. I've forgotten the Grave's inheritance here. This whole forest is alive. They'll attack outsiders on their own. Especially those like us who are flying. I looked coldly at the writhing sea of trees below. Let's wipe them all out. I floated in the air and tossed the ice sacred sword. With force at my fingertips, the sword crashed to the ground like a meteor. 0. Absolute zero froze billions of lives instantly. All noise within 100 miles stopped abruptly. Break. I snapped my fingers. The entire forest, together with its demons, turned into ice shards. Ice Flame Tiger trembled beside me. Probably never seen such ruthless power. Using divine sense, I locked onto the only surviving giant tree at the forest center. Landed with Ice Flame Tiger in front of it. This is the massive tree formed after Grave died. As long as this tree stands, in no time, this place will go back to how it was before. Is the inheritance inside this tree? I asked. Yeah. Logically, the inheritance should be done. I waited for a bit, but the giant tree didn't react. I couldn't help but sneer. Guess you're not giving it to me. I struck out, sending a colossal sword energy. Split the giant tree in 2 right away. Give up the inheritance, or I'll turn you to charcoal. I lit up ghostly flame at my fingertips. Threatened coldly. Didn't expect this. You showed up, a daring young one. Even bypassed the Demon Emperor's barrier arrays, and entered here. A gentle remnant soul floated out of the split trunk. Sighed, but my inheritance has already been taken. My eyes sharpened. Who? Flame Emperor, Flame Emperor. I looked at Ice Flame Tiger, a bit confused. He widened his tiger eyes and spoke in surprise. Grave Lord. Why did Flame Emperor steal your inheritance? After you and Snow Emperor fell asleep. Flame Emperor didn't sleep. He took my inheritance. You know I'm no match for him. Flame Emperor's gone crazy. He fell for the master. Flame Emperor fell in love with the Demon Emperor. Ice Flame Tiger exclaimed in shock. As a 5 elemental source Flame Emperor, he actually loves his master, the Eternal Demon Emperor. That's just absurd. Yeah, he's lost it. It was when he stole my inheritance. I realized. He wants the other sacred items to fuse together into chaotic immortal energy and conquer the world, become one with heaven and earth. That way he'd match the Demon Emperor's realm, thinking he'd shed his servant status and finally be with the Demon Emperor. Ice Flame Tiger was speechless. Maybe he doesn't know. The Demon Emperor already has someone in her heart. Still hasn't married anyone. I spoke calmly. Go find the remaining inheritances. Since the legacy here is gone, there's no point staying. I vanished with my mount in a heartbeat. Ice blades and wind filled the sky. Magical weapons were flying everywhere. Countless demons were desperately chasing after. But the spirit weapons made it tough to get anything. Master, this is the Golden Emperor's legacy site. All these artifacts were made by him. He was an outstanding craftsman. Among the 5 elemental golds, the tomb is for alchemists. The Flame Emperor is the fortune master. The snowy land is for formation masters. The Flame Emperor is the Flame Emperor. He excels at everything. But nothing really stands out. I walked ahead casually. With each step I took, all the artifacts in the air just stopped. They circled me, happy like pets. Like pets seeking affection. I casually petted them. With a big wave of my hand, I put all the artifacts into my sleeve. That blatant favoritism stunned the demons. Hey, you're going too far. You took all the treasures. What about us? A fish demon came up angrily to block me. The others surrounded me too. Get lost, roared the Ice Flame Tiger. Saintly pressure pushed most of them back. Only a few powerful mixed blood saints refused to back down. The lead rescuer said coldly, hand them over. Hand over half the treasures. And we won't pursue it further. I sighed. You demons really aren't very bright. If you want them so bad, fine, you can have them. I waved my sleeve lazily. Countless artifacts shot out like light. The place instantly turned into a slaughterhouse. Screams erupted all around. Artifacts slashed through the blood mist. In mere seconds, thousands of demons and those saints were all wiped out. I walked on a cloud of blood mist, heading to the final legacy ground. High on a giant boulder, a gilded spear was stabbed upright. That's the Heaven's Saint weapon, the Windpiercer spear. Master, this is Lord Gold Emperor's life weapon, the Windpiercer spear. You could say nothing can break it. All you have to do is pull it out, and you'll get the Gold Emperor's legacy. I gripped the spear. Suddenly I fell into an illusion. I found myself in a golden palace. I am the Gold Iron Grand Emperor, born from pure essence, a master of forging artifacts. If you want my legacy, you must learn my golden hammer in 3 hours, and forge a weapon above the earth tier. Then you'll pass. Use whatever materials you can imagine. This is an illusion. Before me, golden words appeared, showing the secret forging skills. I glanced at the spiritual golden hammer. In less than an hour, I made an earth tier weapon. To me, forging isn't my main skill, but it's easy enough. Congrats, you've passed. The unknown legacy is yours now. I pulled out the golden spear. Its tip pierced the sky, leaving a deep rift in space. Another Heaven's Saint weapon. On to the next legacy. The chaotic Flame Emperor. A sandstorm swept the sky. I rode on the Ice Flame Tiger into a desert vortex. Gravity flipped in an instant. This strange landform attracted many demons. I sensed the legacy deep in the mountains, but didn't see any barriers. So I focused my thoughts. A golden giant dog descended from the clouds. What's that aura? Is it the aura of a saint? Wait, this feels like Earth itself. I've sensed it from an Earth deity before. I punched at it. The mountain dares anger the mountain god? You will pay for this. If you can defeat me, my legacy is yours. The giant mountain god roared into the sky. I formed a sword with my fingers. A slash of sword energy. One quick strike finished it. My sword chi cut right through his mountain heart. The giant fell with a crash. My legacy is yours now. I took the storage ring that flew to me. Patted the tiger's head again. Let's move to the next legacy. Deep inside Funhai volcano, a huge coffin reformed above the magma. The Flame Emperor emerged from the river. Staring coldly upward, hordes of demon beasts guarded the place. Any living demon entering will be killed. He guarded for hundreds of thousands of years. He wanted to kill the one the demon emperor was obsessed with, to prove he's the best. By the sea, I rode the Ice Flame Tiger there. Ahead, countless volcanoes rose, packed with saint-level demon beasts. There's even a half-step Emperor-level beast. Its aura is terrifyingly strong. Master, this is the Flame Emperor's legacy cave. All these beasts are gathered here. There must be some plot. Just as we expected, the Flame Emperor never sealed himself. He never actually died. He stayed by the Demon Emperor all along. I looked at the wall of beasts ahead. My face calm as ever. No problem. We'll just kill them. Ice Flame Tiger led the way. That massive thing, part bull, part wolf, roared. Old Bull, the Ice Flame Fox, was surprised. That was the Flame Emperor's mount. Red Bull Wolf, the Snow Emperor is dead. So this is your new master? Red Bull Wolf stared at me and asked coldly. Yet you're bringing him here now. For what reason? You should know, Old Bull. Before the Demon Emperor went to sleep, she made our master offer his life. And your master dared to disobey. What was he thinking? So what? The master is powerful beyond compare. Why should he die? Without his protection, the Demon Emperor would have been disturbed ages ago. This is all for the Demon Emperor. Hand over the 5-element saint weapons. The master's getting them no matter what. Ice Flame Tiger refused to back down. If that's how it is, let's fight. After all these years, you're still just a saint. But I'm half a step to Emperor. You'll lose today. I signaled Ice Flame Tiger to step back. It hovered back slowly. Red Bull Wolf glared at me, suddenly frozen. You have no demon aura. You aren't a demon. You're human. The demons went crazy. Killing intent erupted. A human dared break into the Demon Emperor's secret ground. That's a major outrage for them. Facing hordes of demon beasts, I stayed calm and said flatly, in 3 breaths, if you don't leave, you die. Wow, you're pretty cocky. Come on, brothers, kill him. Don't let him get near the Demon Emperor. Red Bull Wolf roared in challenge. A swarm of demon beasts charged. I spat out a cold word. A terrifying aura burst out of me. It swept across the whole shoreline. In moments, all the beasts vanished into dust. The shockwaves shook the ancient coffin beneath the volcano. The magma started to churn. A man in red armor rose with his sword. His cold eyes locked onto me. He stared at the trembling coffin. In a deep voice, he said, "So he really came. Otherwise, you wouldn't react like this. Let me go finish him. From now on, your heart will be mine." He immediately turned toward me. He shouted harshly, "I am the Flame Emperor. Get out. Hand over the sacred relic. I might let you live." I replied calmly. The arrogant Flame Emperor slashed out fierce sword energy. But it vanished 100 meters from me. His face showed shock. He clearly didn't expect I'd reach the heaven and earth realm. I glanced at his wooden-handled, red-bladed, strange sword. I said lightly, "You already fused the 2 relics. I don't believe I can't kill you." He roared and summoned a sea of flames. Hundreds of magma flame dragons dived at me. The ice sword was drawn. Extreme cold instantly froze and shattered the flame dragons. Frost Kuimping. Slaying heaven slash, a Kuimping spirit appeared behind me. Laughing wildly, it pierced right through the Flame Emperor. He was pinned down by the sword aura. Despair filled his eyes. "You're the Heavenly Emperor. Before the late-stage Heavenly Emperor. His so-called invincible emperor is a joke." With 2 fingers together, I traced a slash. The sword light fell. The Flame Emperor was completely destroyed. I put away his storage ring, along with the fused woodfire sword. In an instant, the 4 relics on me resonated together. They merged in the air, and turned into a golden orb flashing 5 colors. 5 elements Chaos Orb. Every strike contains the power of the 5 elements. It can also nurture my 5 elements path. "You're here." That ethereal voice rang out again. I flashed to the ancient gate, staring at these heavy shackles. "Is it you who's been speaking? Let me out. You'll know the answer soon enough." I casually slashed open the coffin. Dark energy surged out. A stunning woman slowly opened. Her eyes. Her aura was perfect at first, but then it dropped sharply in a weird way. Finally, she settled at the saint level. She floated over to me, and hugged me tight without warning. This familiar feeling made me feel no resistance at all. "You finally came. I've waited so long for you. Lord Azure Emperor." Countless images surged up deep in my mind. A figure in blue robes, standing on a lotus, shouted coldly to billions of demons. "Today is the day our demon race rises to heaven. Follow me to fight the gods." The face in the vision looked exactly like me. "I'm the real brother. But who is this brother? And what are the gods?" I muttered in confusion. The woman in my arms had collapsed asleep. Holding her, I flashed back to the ice flame tiger. He exclaimed, "That's the demon queen. So she's your demon queen? Then do you know?" The ice flame tiger trembled all over, and bowed in fear. "Of course I do. Azure Emperor is the only true god, a legend of the demon clan. He told me 700,000 years ago. The Azure Emperor ruled the demon world, unmatched. Once, in a battle against the gods, he fought 10 at once, and greatly wounded them all. In the end, he created the demon world to save our race." Then do you know what Azure Emperor looked like? No, all portraits and statues of Azure Emperor were destroyed in that great disaster. Only a few demons know. But the demon queen does. I looked at the sleeping demon queen, feeling conflicted. The 8 bodies heaven wanted me to find. Could they all be my past incarnations? I put away the coffin, and ordered the ice flame tiger. "Let's get out of here. The map says the Azure Emperor's body is in Myriad Demon Mountain. And I must uncover the fate that spans hundreds of thousands of years."